South Africa stands at a critical juncture in its history. The nation, known for its rich cultural diversity and complex past, is now facing a pivotal moment that will shape its future for generations to come. The year is 2025, a year that many believe will be a turning point for the country. The euphoria of the post-apartheid era has faded. The dreams of a united and prosperous nation seem distant, as the challenges of the present overshadow the hopes of the past. The Rainbow Nation, once a beacon of hope, grapples with complex challenges. Social unrest and economic disparity have become the new norm, testing the resilience of its people. The political landscape is fragmented. Uncertainty clouds the future. Political factions are at odds, and the once dominant parties are struggling to maintain their influence. The African National Congress, the party of Nelson Mandela, remains the dominant political force. Yet its legacy is under scrutiny as new generations demand change. However, its grip on power has weakened. Voter apathy and disillusionment have led to declining support. The 2024 elections saw the ANC lose its outright majority. This marked a significant shift in the political landscape. This electoral setback forced the party into an uneasy coalition with the Democratic Alliance, a partnership that many view with skepticism. This unprecedented coalition government reflects the shifting political sands. It is a delicate balance of power, fraught with challenges. It is a marriage of convenience. Both parties have had to make significant compromises to maintain stability. The ANC and the DA, once diametrically opposed, now share power. This unlikely alliance is a testament to the changing dynamics of South African politics. This partnership is fragile, marked by ideological differences and mutual suspicion. The road ahead is uncertain. The coalition government faces a multitude of challenges. From economic stagnation to social inequality, the issues are complex and deeply rooted. Economic stagnation, social inequality, and racial tensions continue to plague the nation. These problems demand urgent and effective solutions. The government's response to these challenges will determine the trajectory of South Africa's future. The stakes are high. The decisions made now will echo through the years to come. The world watches with bated breath. The outcome of this critical period will not only shape South Africa, but also influence the global community. The ANC, once a symbol of liberation, stood as a beacon of hope and resilience during the darkest days of apartheid. It was a movement that united people across racial and social divides, driven by a shared vision of freedom and equality. Today, however, the ANC is grappling with its own internal contradictions. The party's moral authority, once unquestioned and revered, has been significantly eroded. The ideals that once galvanized a nation now seem overshadowed by a series of corruption scandals and factional battles. These issues have not only tarnished the party's image, but have also led to a deep-seated mistrust among the populace. The ANC of today is a far cry from the movement that spearheaded the fight against apartheid. Internal divisions plague the party, with different factions, each with its own agenda and interpretation of the ANC's legacy, vying for control. This internal strife weakens the party and undermines its ability to provide effective governance. The ANC's policy direction has also come under scrutiny. The party's commitment to its historical mission of social justice is questioned by some. Controversial policies, such as land expropriation without compensation, have further polarized the political landscape. These policies have sparked intense debates and have divided public opinion, making it difficult for the party to maintain a unified front. The ANC's future remains uncertain. The party faces a critical choice: to reform and reconnect with its founding principles, or risk becoming increasingly irrelevant in the eyes of the people. The outcome of this internal struggle will have profound implications for South Africa's future. The decisions made in the coming years will determine whether the ANC can reclaim its position as a leader in the fight for social justice, or if it will fade into the annals of history as a party that lost its way. The Democratic Alliance, once the party of white liberals, has attempted to reinvent itself as a party for all South Africans. Over the years, the DA has worked tirelessly to broaden its appeal and reach out to communities that have historically felt alienated by its policies and leadership. This transformation has been neither quick nor easy, but the party's leadership believes it is essential for its survival and growth in the diverse political landscape of South Africa. The DA has made some inroads into the black electorate, but it remains to be seen whether it can truly shed its image as a party of the privileged. Despite these efforts, skepticism remains among many voters who question the sincerity of the DA's outreach. The party's challenge is to not only win votes but also to build lasting trust and demonstrate genuine commitment to addressing the issues that matter most to these communities. The DA's decision to enter into a coalition government with the ANC was a calculated gamble. This move was seen as a strategic effort to gain influence and push for reforms from within the government. By partnering with the ANC, the DA hopes to show that it can be a constructive force in South African politics, capable of working across party lines for the greater good. The party hopes to use its position within the government to influence policy and demonstrate its commitment to good governance. By being part of the coalition, the DA aims to hold the ANC accountable and ensure that government actions are transparent and in the best interest of the public. This involvement is seen as a way to prove that the DA can be trusted with greater responsibilities in the future. However, the DA's participation in the coalition government carries risks. The party must navigate the delicate balance of cooperation and opposition, ensuring that it does not lose its identity or compromise its core values. This balancing act is crucial as the DA seeks to maintain its distinct voice while working within a broader political framework. The party risks being perceived as complicit in the ANC's failures. Any missteps by the coalition government could reflect poorly on the DA, potentially eroding the trust it has worked hard to build. The DA must be vigilant in distinguishing its actions and policies from those of the ANC, ensuring that its contributions are seen as positive and impactful. It also faces criticism from within its own ranks, with some members questioning the wisdom of aligning with the ANC. Internal dissent can be a significant challenge, as it may lead to divisions and weaken the party's overall cohesion. The DA leadership must address these concerns transparently and work to unify the party around its strategic goals. The DA's success in navigating the complexities of opposition politics and coalition governance will be crucial in shaping South Africa's political landscape. The party's ability to adapt and respond to the evolving political environment will determine its future relevance and influence. By effectively managing its role in the coalition, the DA can position itself as a credible alternative to the ANC. The party's ability to present a viable alternative to the ANC will depend on its ability to connect with a broader electorate and articulate a compelling vision for the future. The DA must continue to engage with diverse communities, listen to their concerns, and offer solutions that resonate with their needs. Only by doing so can the DA hope to build a broad-based coalition of support and drive meaningful change in South Africa. South Africa remains one of the most unequal societies in the world. The gap between the rich and the poor is vast and growing. This stark inequality is a legacy of apartheid, but it has been exacerbated by years of economic mismanagement and corruption. Unemployment is rampant, particularly among young people. The economy is struggling to create jobs. The lack of economic opportunities fuels frustration and despair, particularly among the youth who have not reaped the benefits of the post-apartheid era. The government's economic policies have come under fire from both the left and the right. Critics argue that the government's interventionist policies are stifling economic growth. Others argue that the government is not doing enough to address the root causes of poverty and inequality. Addressing South Africa's economic challenges will require bold and innovative solutions. Failure to do so will have dire consequences for the country's stability and its future. Social tensions and the politics of identity. South Africa remains a society deeply divided along racial lines. The legacy of apartheid continues to cast a long shadow. Racial tensions, while often simmering beneath the surface, have the potential to erupt into open conflict. The debate over land expropriation without compensation has inflamed racial tensions. The policy, while supported by some as a necessary step to redress historical injustices, has been met with fear and anger by others who view it as an attack on property rights. The rise of identity politics further complicates the situation. Different groups, defined by race, ethnicity, or language, compete for resources and recognition. This competition can lead to division and conflict, undermining social cohesion. Addressing South Africa's social divisions will require a concerted effort to promote reconciliation and understanding. Healing the wounds of the past and building a more inclusive society is essential for South Africa's future peace and prosperity. The rise of digital activism. As we move forward, the future of democracy in South Africa remains uncertain. With evolving political dynamics and a rapidly changing global landscape, the path ahead is filled with both challenges and opportunities. It's a time of great potential, but also one that requires careful navigation and thoughtful decision-making. In this evolving scenario, the political landscape is gradually shifting. New voices are emerging, bringing fresh perspectives and innovative solutions to the forefront. This transformation is not just about new leaders, but also about new ideas that can reshape the nation's future. The journey towards a new political landscape is ongoing, and it's one that holds promise for a more inclusive and dynamic South Africa. And finally, a call for active citizenship. In these times of change, the role of the citizen becomes even more crucial. Active participation, informed dialogue, and a commitment to the collective good are essential. Every voice matters, and together, we can build a stronger, more resilient democracy. So let's engage, let's participate, and let's make a difference.